The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Washington football team. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Here's Sims to return. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. He's got a man, complete. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That one caught by Gibson. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
And it's 3rd down.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Ayuk to return it. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Their own 18-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Hey, gun. 53 is the mark. Hey, here I come. 13. Here I come. Check. 53 is mine. Check. 53 is mine. Go.
Go ahead.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
42-yard line.
I got you. Motion. Mike, 53.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop.
Line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
6-yard line.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Number 26, Tevin.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup. On first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
21.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 80!
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Mike, 53. Mike. 21. Jumper. Hey, gun. Check 3. I got you.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Kill. Shoot. Set. Hey, gun. Let's go right here. Tighten up. 2. 32. 52. Check 43. 11.
Here's Mostert. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
I got you. Let's put that team on a pump. Hey, check 24. Wide, get wide. 21. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Daron Payne coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
4th down.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 19-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
That's pretty nice to watch as he matched the route with the receiver and stayed right there, stuck to him like glue, almost hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, helped force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
To kick off for San Francisco.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Returning it, Johnson. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Gain of 12.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Fred Warner in on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They're going to look to throw.
1-yard line.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Washington.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Good job, good job.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now Heineke. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
This is 3rd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
13 yards there and a Washington 1st.
13 yards.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And that one falls incomplete, breaking his string of 7 straight passes completed.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Let's go, bro. We need turnover. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Tarvarius Moore
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
To kick off for Washington.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half.
fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Garoppolo. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Punching it in from a yard away.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
21. I got this. Let's go, D.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Garoppolo.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
18 yards, first down Niners.
65.
Garoppolo now.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On first down, Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? You know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one good for 21 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Johnson now returning. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is brought in by Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Washington.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full street. Hey, watch that, 54. Right here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And he'll find Gibson here complete.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Niners 17, Washington 7.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now Heineke. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They got to get at least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
The 21-yard line.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. James has it. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Running the counter with Mostert. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Mostert. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Niners on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw.
And he'll complete this to Gibson.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack.
It's 2nd down.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete here.
Antonio Gibson, the intended target.
And it's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Nick Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo looking to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
65. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Jim.
Garoppolo to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. Intended for J.D. McKissic. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now it's the backup Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Washington.
Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.